So this is the Reilly Cycleworks Gradient T47, and this is the bike that I'm going to be using for Badlands this year, which is an 800 kilometer, 16,000 meters of climbing, gravel race, ultra race in the south of Spain. I'm going to take you through a few of the ins and outs. This is the first look of it, and we'll do another little wrap up after the race with all the kit and bits and bobs on it. So the Gradient T47 is the first evolution of the Reilly Gradient, which is basically the kind of do-it-all bike. It's got all the kind of bosses and the geometry that you can pretty much take it on any terrain, from gravel racing through to bike packing through to commuting. The evolution in terms of the T47 is that the bottom bracket is a T47 bottom bracket. It's a little bit bigger, gives a bit more space to have the internal cable routing. So that's the main difference from the original Gradient. The next version, which is the bit I'm going to be doing a build on after Badlands, is the Reflex, which is designed to be really a gravel race bike. It's got some beautiful cast titanium bits making this sort of all the lines kind of flow through it. However, this bike is being raced by a number of different ambassadors from Reilly, and I'm looking forward to riding it. So digging into the group set, this is the GRX 800, the electronic gravel, one of the electronic gravel group sets from Shimano. The reason, and this is a bit controversial, I've opted for this is because I prefer the ride feel and how simple and easy it is to change gears, especially when you're tired or your hands are cold. It's a little bit controversial in the kind of bike packing or bike racing world, because in theory a cable actuated system is easy to maintain. However, the failure rate for Di2 and electronic shifting in general is so low. The battery life is very good, and need to decide whether or not to take a battery, but particularly for Di2, the Shimano system, you're getting 3,000–4,000 shifts out of it, which is more than enough that I need for this particular race. In terms of gearing, this is something I'm going to be refining over the next sort of a few weeks. It's currently got a 36 tooth wolf tooth chainring on the front and an 11 to 42 cassette on the back. All the advice I've been given is that I need a much easier gear than that. I would probably concur. When you're tired, you've got a 1,000 meter climb to get up, you need something a bit easier. In theory, the XT cassette, the 1146, will be okay with this one, and I'll probably try a 34 or a 32 on the front as well. In terms of wheel set, this is the Strada All Road Plus, a 700C wheel set that I've been advised is absolutely bomb-proof, a little bit heavier than some of the carbon versions out there, so we'll see what to run for the final race. In terms of tyres, I've gone for the 45mm SCHWALBE G1 Ultra Bike, which has seemed very good for the conditions I've been riding so far across the UK. I'll do a bit of riding in slightly dry conditions to see if those are the ones for me, if we want to update those pre-race. Right, let's cover the finishing kit. We're going to go straight for the saddle. We've got a very nice looking seat post, carbon seat post from Reilly, same as the saddle. This I'm probably going to change. Just going to try out a couple of different ones to make sure it's going to be super comfy for the 800 kilometers on the saddle, which is quite a lot of time on a bike. The key thing I guess up front is in terms of the carbon bars. They're going to take out a bit of the road buzz. It's got a 16-degree flare, which has been very, very comfortable from all the rides I've done so far. In terms of finishing kit, I'm going to be running with the Apidura Race Edition kit, which is fantastic quality. Hydration wise, the advice is to take around about 5 litres. There's going to be a lot of time in very hot conditions across deserts, so there's going to be 1, 2, 3 bottles on the bike, and then we've got the bolts for the top tube bag, which is going to take phone, snacks and all that sort of stuff as well. Chris from Reilly Cycleworks has been absolutely fantastic in customizing all the decals for the bike, so it's looking awesome. We've got some Bikmo icons and the logo on the seat stay as well, even down to the handlebar tape in our teal, the Bikmo green. It's looking absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to ride it on some longer stuff, and we'll give a full rundown after the race.